What is going on, guys? We're back with another video today, and we're doing a rebuild of the Colts fantasy style. We're going to be doing real-life rosters, quote-unquote. I'm using C4's draft class, so check him out. He's on YouTube as well. Kind of does, we kind of do similar content, so you might be interested. So we'll see how those go. You guys said they were the last class I used was terrible, so we'll see what you guys think of this one. The Colts. A little bit of a surprise. Kind of surprised they made the, with the Titans having Blaine Gabbert at quarterback. That was pretty much a gimme for them to make the playoffs. But you look at the offensive line, actually quite a bit of nice young pieces here. Of course, Quentin Nelson, basically the best offensive lineman in Madden, 22 years old, superstar dev beast. Anthony Costanzo, however, 30 years old and very expensive. Andrew Luck, Jacoby Brissett, might be able to get something for Jacoby. Marlon Mack. You do have Hines, who's a quick dev rookie. I think I'd probably be looking to trade for somebody just completely new. I'm not about that. Develop life in Madden as long as I can get rid of them. Linebacker core is rough. However, they have Darius Leonard, who has killed it this season, so thankfully for that. There are some pieces missing on this team, of course. Just decent bit of moves that we need to make. But overall, definitely not nearly the worst team we could have had. Why are free agents locked, by the way? First week of Does it not look like it's the first week of preseason? What the hell are you talking about? So a little steep, but we go with Al Woods, Anthony Costanzo in a third round next year for Trevor Williams. Normally he hits free agency, but I decided to trade for him here instead. Get a full year as a starter, technically number 1 overall with the Chargers. I believe he drops to number 4 on the roster. So if he plays a full season at number 1 or even number 2, he should be pretty solid. I'm just hoping we can get some value back, especially an offensive lineman. Mike Mitchell, you hopefully are tradable because I am not keeping you, buddy. So I didn't think we'd actually get this so easily, but DeSer and Harrison for Deion Dawkins. Not a super great overall, but I mean, he is younger, a lot cheaper. I don't know what the actual cap hit might have been for us on that move, but it's all right with me. Gaithers or Farley? They're both around the same age. I'm going to actually have to take a look at who's better here. I don't know why Blake Martinez is always so damn hard to trade for. So here we go for a new guy. I know he's a little older, but Gaithers, Glowinski, and a first-round pick for Levante David. I believe he's 29, right? Oh, he's 28. What are you guys worried about? He's fine. We go with a new guy. I mean, I normally never go with a guy even close to that old. Might play Moodle linebacker. Might play middle linebacker. We'll see. Cardinals. I mean, I didn't really believe in the first-round pick we had anyways, so not really worried about it. I just don't know if I'm actually adding talent that really matters here. So here we go with a theft, taking the Cardinals' first-round pick for 2 not good DTs. So we actually get a really good trade here. Doyle, Autry, in a third round this year for Zeke. I was going to go for Amari Cooper. I don't know if that's a possibility anymore. They need a running back, so we might be able to finesse him a little bit. I'd really like to keep Hines, but it really comes down to what can be done. So I'm going to put all of them on the block and then see who's worth what. So Hines and Mack are apparently green interests. We'll see. I think Amari Cooper would be really nice. Return Zeke and Amari together. Okay, so Hines and Mack are not nearly as valuable as the game's trying to tell me they are. I think I'm going to trade Marlon Mack and Wilkins for a first-round pick. I mean, Dallas probably not going to do super well for draft ranking, but we got something, I suppose. Jacoby could have a green interest somewhere. So maybe a little steep for a defensive tackle, but Jacoby Brissett, Ryan Grant in a second-round pick for Michael Pierce, who is very young, bolstering up this defense nicely. Middle linebacker still an issue. I don't know if we have the talent here to really add much more. Might have been an overtrade, but Sterling Shepard, and they get all of this. We theft the first-round pick from the Panthers here. Did we build a playoff roster? I don't know. Is it better than the real-life Colts roster? I would say so. We did weaken the offensive line just a little bit. We did lose a little bit of depth at defensive tackle, but we gained a huge piece at linebacker, a really good cornerback. We upgraded what? We upgraded the defensive tackle. I know once again the depth's gone, but number 1 DT is solid. And then the running back position is majorly upgraded. And then, of course, we added another, good wide receiver. Of course, we don't get the week 1 free agents because the game hates us. Looking around, we need offensive linemen, but there usually aren't any in FA. Let's see if anyone was actually signed. I'm going to be mad if there was some really nice names here, which there probably was. That's got to be because I see Marquette King. All right, so who do we got? DRC goes back to the Giants. John Hughes, John Kuhn. Richie Incognito, that would have been a nice one. That would have been pretty neat. I would have done it, fantasy. Screw it. Marquette King is there. Sam Bradford, Mewhort. Derek Newton, I don't know what he would have been, but probably better than one of the guys we had. Menelik Watson, I forgot he's even a player. Some interesting names here. I don't know how many, like I said, would have been great. All right, so we're middle of the season. We have some players to negotiate. We just signed, or not signed, but we just traded for a few of them, and they already need contracts, which kind of works out for us. 25 years old. Perfect deal for us, and glad to get it done. I agree. So Trevor Williams, 24 years old, 6-year deal lockup, proven we actually do want him, giving him a little bit more than he actually signed for. He signed for less than that. Adam Vinatieri, if he's still here, he probably gets the re-sign. Farley, I don't know. Chester Rogers, probably not. A lot of these guys will have to wait till we see what we're looking at, especially for draft position. We have 3 first-round picks, but all of them could be in the bottom 20. Headed to the playoffs, what are we looking at? A missed opportunity. Oh, no! We started the season at 5-3. We traded our own pick away. And whoever got that pick is probably very happy because we did not make it. So, like I said, 5-3. So there's 5-3. So we went 6-3 and lost that. Did we not go? I don't even goddamn know. Math is hard. Either way, Tom Brady's MVP, and we missed the playoffs. Andrew Luck, 26 touchdowns, 15 picks, 3,600 yards. What the hell is this? This is the first time I've ever seen Zeke under 1,000, let alone maybe 1,500. This scheme is trash. This is the worst scheme I've ever seen in my life. We are changing this ASAP. We're getting Andrew Luck back to the winning ways. I don't know what the hell that is, what a poor excuse that is for anything, but I'm disappointed. Let's see what Trevor Williams' dev is, because he always goes down in dev, and that will not change. Oh, he stayed. Okay. I don't know if he has a chance to go down even more. 32nd in offensive yards with Zeke and Andrew Luck as your headliners. What the hell is this scheme? Obviously, I'm going to change it, but I'm not going to worry about it right now. What in the world is going on here? And after looking at the top of the screen, I am not worried anymore about that question, because it is apparent to me that we have landed in hell. And there's no question about it. The Redskins beat the Patriots in the Super Bowl. Tom Brady going to retire after losing to the Redskins. I don't know. I don't know what to tell you. Andy Vinatieri. I think not, mate. Yeah, what do you think about that? So Farley, I don't think so. No zone coverage. Chester Rogers, normal dev, I don't think so. Yeah, I don't like these guys. I'd rather just get a free agent. Adam Vinatieri, I kind of gave him some courtesy. 56 mil even after signing some players, so I'm not very worried about it. So DeMarcus Lawrence does get re-signed. Jamison Crowder, of course, always getting the huge offer from usually the Redskins, and ironically also the Dolphins. Tyler Davison, right, so Marshawn Lynch, Larry Fitz. Larry Fitz could be decent for us, so I'm going to sign him. We're desperate. He could be a good number 3 if we have to. 53 points, worth it. Cameron Wake. I really don't like the names here in free agency. Normally, year 1 is kind of bad, but this is worse than normal. All right, Larry Fitz, week 1, give it to... I hate you. All right, so obviously middle linebacker is our biggest need. Is it going to be Devin as the number 1? So 7.5, super fast. Devin's the guy. Mac Wilson's a 3rd rounder on this list. So let me see. What is our needs? Of course, offensive line, right guard. He died. Wide receiver, a big need, especially with T.Y. Hilton, 29 years old, just dropped dev, it seems. Did Andrew Luck drop dev? Oh, he definitely dropped dev. Yeah, without a doubt. Tight end's good. So, yeah, middle line. Well, Anthony Walker looks pretty good here. So I suppose pass rusher, because Jabal Sheard is getting old. Lewis didn't even upgrade. Safety. So it appears middle linebacker, wide receiver, corner, safety. Chauncey Gardner Jr. looks very good on this roster. Very good corner. If we can get Greedy Williams, I'd be happy with it. I think I'm definitely aiming for him. Josh Allen moving up the board quite a bit. We're looking for a pass rusher. If he's actually really projected a late first, which you just can't tell anymore, I think he would be worth it. So my targets are Nick Bosa or Gary, one of the two. And then obviously Ed Oliver is the main, but he's going to go number 1 overall. So unless I have number 1. Well, see, the thing is, with number 1, I could be really sleazy and trade number 1 to a team that has the best DTs ever. Even then, they might still go for him. So if we don't have number 1 overall pick, obviously I'm just going to have to just say, okay, not happening, buddy. Sorry, just not going for it. Man, I don't really know what to do because there's lots of good players in the top 10. Larry rejected. He took a different offer, I think. DN and DT. So this could be Nick Bosa right here. It's going to be a wide receiver, though. That surprised me a little bit. I probably go Devin White because the Giants have been really lacking coverage linebacker. They go QB. All right, so now we have the Raiders, who seem like a very Ed Oliver type team here. I'm going to let this go. They go Greedy Williams. All right, so that's an interesting pick. Buffalo and the Chiefs. We actually have really good picks here. Sleezers. We'll take it. I think with a little bit... actually, to be fair, there is some good DTs, too. Yeah, can you really pass up Ed Oliver, though? He's sick. I'm going to go Ed. Got to go Ed. You just have to. Superstar Dev, 83 overall. Supposed to go number 1. Big surprise there. Absolutely ridiculous. We knew he would be. It's just, was it worth it? I mean, our next pick is a little far here. Another DT. Jonah. Is one of the pass rushers going to be there? Devin White. Wow, there's no way Nick Bosa slipped to us. What are the chances of that? We do have a need for safety as well, but like I said, I feel like safety is a little bit easier to draft. I could maybe wait for Josh Allen here, who is ridiculous. I just have to. Nick Bosa, Superstar Dev, 81 overall. Obviously, the number 1 overall thing is kind of broken, but at the same time, it makes sense. You can argue that as well. Looks pretty good. Sure, Sterling Shepard fits more of a slot type. I think we're going to go A.J. Brown. Come on, A.J. Quick Dev. It seems like he has him listed as kind of an overrated player here. He's good. Fits as a number 2, but regretting the pick a little bit. Can't lie. Regretting it a little bit. 5th round, I think I might have a running back here. Obviously, we don't really need a starting running back, but if we can get a good backup, might be able to trade Hines off or something. Let's go with Natrez Patrick. 67 overall normal dev. Yeah, not really a great player. It is a 5th round pick, though. Where's LJ Scott? That's my boy, LJ Scott. Little on the slower side, but I think he's worth the pick. 67 overall, maybe not. Maybe not at all. The positions we drafted aren't like we're replacing some great player that we can just trade away. Some of them are just vacant spots, so trade bait might be a little lacking. Of course, we grabbed 2 amazing players. The fact that we even had pick number, 6 and number 9, really impressive. Surprised we actually landed those 2 picks. So let's see who we missed out on. I really don't want to cheese it, but I want to show you guys the stats. I'm not gonna show you guys too much. Greedy Williams, Superstar Dev, great player. I don't want to cheese it too hard because we're probably gonna use this roster a few times. Obviously, it's not like it's crazy knowledge here, but just saying. And I think that's good enough for me. I'm not going to touch anymore. Not going to look at anymore. Actually, no, I will. I will look at I want to look at the safety just to see what we missed out on. Try to find them without looking, but I don't know how that's going to be really possible. To be fair, I can glance. I can look at the names. I can't see the way I'm looking right now. I can't see the other stats or anything. So 76 overall star dev definitely would have been more worth the pick. So what kind of impact can the newly acquired defensive lineman rack on this team? So Jabal Sheard, how old is he? 31? 30 years old. 86 block shot, 86 power move. He's still good for at least another year. Lewis, is he really the future? 24 years of age. Not great. I think we probably will hold on to him regardless, though. Don't even have a 3rd round. I guess this is kind of worth it. Hopefully they stay that. with Herbert as their Hebert. Already working on next year's draft picks. Took a 4th from next year to move our pick with the Jets. Did end up getting another first round. We traded a 2nd and a 3rd next for a first round. As long as that first round is a 32 or better, which is literally what a first round pick is, it was worth the trade. Also didn't get a safety. However, there almost always is decent corners in the free agents that can start. So it's obviously kind of what I'm hoping, holding out for. So Jay Joseph got better overall stat line. Been weary. I'm going to go with Jonathan Joseph as our new strong safety. So John Miller is actually not a bad player, so we're going to take him as our new offensive guard. I just hope we're not going to regret trading our draft pick again. We'd had a really good pick if we could have got 20 instead of that. You guys might have seen a glimpse of our record. Not terrible. We have a couple of guys to re-sign here. Two to 4 that are, surefire. So Zeke, clearly a re-sign till he's 30. Exactly what he was hoping for. Eric Ebron, definitely worth the experiment. And he gets to play till he's 30 on the team as well. Anyone else? Sterling Shepard. A little bit of a low overall. Quick dev is a little rough, but definitely worth the re-sign. Jabal Shear, definitely not. Ryan Kelly, I'm going to get that out of the way as well. Normally I kind of wait on offensive linemen, but I don't think we're really going to be able to replace him super easily. We already have a hole on the team. Kenny Moore more than likely does get a deal, but we will wait. Rigoberto Sanchez. Love that name. That's cool. Here we go. We were 6-10 last season after a 5-3 start. 4-3 start. We finish with a wild card. Well, not a wild card spot. Better than wild card. Ezekiel Elliott wins MVP, and we get a bye week. So that's nice to see. Finished out really strong this time. Off to a really slow start, but that's all right because it's all about how you finish. We know that from season 1. Jags 11-5. Not a bad season for the Jags. It's a huge turnaround. Andrew Luck, 30 touchdowns, 6 picks, 3,700 yards. I'd like to think it's a better season. Zeke, a much better season. Receiving, that's disappointing. That is really disappointing. Wow. Can you go lower than normal dev? Because Ebron's on his way. Sterling Shepard, we just re-signed. He's down to normal dev. How many upgrades does he have? He has 1 upgrade. He's maybe an 87 overall. That's all right. Once you get to a certain point, it doesn't really matter to me if you have good dev or not, especially if you're young. Sack totals, Ed Oliver with 10.5, Sheared with 9, Nick Bosa a little disappointed with 8.5. Jonathan Joseph, 3 picks at safety. Kicking, Adam Vinatieri, clutch as they can be. LJ Scott, hey, we found a use for him. My boy from the 6th or 7th round, 6th round I believe, found a use. Zeke, number 1 for the MVP. AFC, so number 1 offensive player of the year. Defensive player of the year, Levante at 10. Okay, fair enough. Offensive rookie of the year was A.J. Brown, despite his lack of success. But you look at the names, I think a lot has to do with the fact that there just wasn't much on the AFC side. Look at the NFC side. Ooh, I don't like that. A lot of the big names on that side. I mean, I'll take it. Ed Oliver, how the hell? Devin White, damn, son. He is looking sick. Best QB, no. Best running back, of course. No wide receiver, no O-line, no D-line, no linebacker, no DB. Kicker, number 2. So we do have a bye week, so we'll skip that real quick. How many points is A.J. Brown going to have? Because he, once again, didn't have a good season. He won an award, but that's not really going to do much. He got up, what, about 8 overalls on the season? I'm not mad with that at all. And we're going to take a look at how good this team can do in the playoffs. And once again, for year 1, not good at all. Should have kept our pick. This year, obviously smart not to keep it. 88 overall versus the 86 Chargers. We know their sim ability. They don't have Trevor Williams. They never do anyways, so it doesn't really change much. It's the Bosa battle here. The baby. Malik Hooker, not a bad overall. He's getting up there. Obviously, no one's really going to compare to Derwin James at safety in this game. Bosa versus Bosa. That is beautiful to see. So, zooming to the end of the game, starting off strong for the Chargers. We just keep giving rid of the ball in scoring territory. Defense doing a damn good job. We're up by 3. That goes away to start the second half. That's a really good play by them. We're down by 1. Oh, we got to slow down here. So, somehow we're up by 1 now. Field goal, it seems. Running the ball quite a bit here, which, I'm fine with as long as it works, which it should have. I know Zeke just dropped. And then we miss a field goal. Are you serious, Adam Vinatieri? You can win Brady like 15 Super Bowls, but you can't even get us one field goal from 38. I hate you. I hate you. I'm just kidding. We're winning by 8. Defense is doing well, and the defense holds on. So to hold the Chargers to 14 points is a very good defensive effort. And we move on to the championship game just like that. The Colts looking strong. Andrew Luck, however, did not play well at all. 55% completion rating, under 200 yards, no passing touchdowns. LJ Scott did get 2 touchdowns, which is interesting because he's the 3rd running back on the roster. Zeke, not super great, but good enough to get the job done. The AFC side, best wide receiver comes up with a couple of touchdowns. Defensively, any sacks? Bosa on their side, and then Pierce on ours. No picks. Field goals, 2 misses by Adam Vinatieri. Dan Bailey did miss one as well, but what the hell is Adam doing? Like, does he not want another ring? I don't know how many players in NFL history have won Super Bowls with so many different teams. Oh God, this used to be the matchup. This was so legendary. Here we are. Is it Brady? I don't know. 85 overall versus our 89. So we got a little bit of upgrades after that game. Nice. Look at Frank. He does not look confident. Frank's like, guys, if we win, that's great. He just does not look confident. That's all right, Frank. That's all right. You know, the Bears at 7-9. All right. If they make the Super Bowl, that's going to be interesting. It's an early start for the Patriots, killing it down the field. Tom Brady is still alive, and that's worrisome. A bit bigger of an offensive battle this week opposed to last week, and the Patriots are eating us alive here. Oh, here we go. A huge run. That's what I'm talking about. There you go, Zeke. That's a huge run, man. Clutch as hell. And what the hell is going on here? An 83-yard pick. Luckily, it doesn't count because EA sucks, but Andrew Luck literally just choked the season away, it seems. Oh, come on. Down by 14. I know if you don't get this, they pretty much win the game, but I also feel the same way if you punt this ball because there's 8 minutes left. Are you really going to be able to hold Brady and then score anyways? Sterling Shepard. That's not even Sterling. That's T.Y. Hilton. Don't fumble. Thank you. All right, Andrew Luck, the scrub. He's actually so disappointing in this game. Why is Andrew Luck so bad in Sim? Gets it. You got to get a score, and they finally do. 6 minutes left. They actually hold Tom Brady and the Patriots. But here on 2nd and 15, I'm going to have to come back in again. I know the game's scary. I know it's looking out of reach, but why is it 38 passes to 15 rushes when you have Zeke? I don't get the thought process there. This is a bad decision, man. Ebron's not coming up with that. Of course, McCourty comes up with it in double, triple, and he stiff arms Ebron to the ground. It's a bad play by me, but I didn't like the left side of the field there. And with my efforts, that is game. Defense wasn't stopping him anyways, it seems. So the fact that we didn't run the ball like at all throughout the fourth quarter is ridiculous. And you can say, oh, well, why didn't you run the ball? It's like 3rd and like 5,000. So what do you want me to do? 31-24, pretty similar stat line you would normally see. Tom Brady, absolute like top 5 performance of all time in the playoffs here. Andrew Luck, bottom 300 probably. Zeke, only 15 carries, average almost a tenner per carry. And they just stopped handing the ball off to him. Unbelievable. The coaching staff is just ridiculous. I don't understand what that is all about. And Andrew Luck is trash. I mean, maybe the team was right to, and just Andrew Luck is garbage. I know I threw an extra pick, but still, he was bad before me. Just even a little worse with me. So let's see who goes to the. Or I guess we know one side goes to the Super Bowl. Is it gonna be the Bears? It is the Bears. Are they gonna win with a 7-9 record? There's no way. The Patriots get cucked back-to-back years, and that might be enough for Tom Brady to just end it all. And I'm not talking about his football career. Tom Brady is officially gone. Wow. That's a heartbreaker, man. At least maybe the other one's like, okay, fair enough. The Redskins, okay. But a 7-9 team? Really? How does that even make the playoffs? Linebacker, DB. What about wide receiver? We already have wide. Okay. DB or linebacker? I'm going to go DB. We're going to just keep the scouting on auto because it really doesn't matter. Negotiate. Jabal Sheard, I remember he was on this. So Jabal, he actually went up in dev. I don't know what kind of season he had, but he went up in dev. He's got the same power move as he did like 2 seasons ago. John Miller can't do it. Paxton Lynch can't do it. Kenny Moore, I feel like we can get better, but he is an 82 overall now. I think he's worth the keep. Could move him to free safety and then Malik back to strong. Well, not back to strong, but just move him to strong. I think that would be a good move. Jabal Sheard, though. Star dev. Not asking for a whole lot of money. He still can get the job done. The signing bonus isn't that much, so I think this is a smart move. I think to get him, though, I think we will have to offer this kind of money. Exactly. I knew he would. It's just certain players, they just love to hit free agency. We have about 30 mil to work with. Could maybe get him back for just about the same price, if not cheaper. We'll see. Or maybe we'll get better. And Jesus Christ, Jitterbug. Remember the Jitterbug? Big old screen. So surprisingly, you have a guy like Will Fuller here, which I don't know how much it would cost us to get. But with a guy like T.Y. Hilton getting a little bit on the older side here, it might be worth the money and maybe try to trade T.Y. I don't know how much I can get away with Fuller. Let me know, do you guys ever tamper with this kind of stuff? Or not really tamper, but tinker with it? Do you guys ever see, okay, so no one's offering, I can get him for 85 points, 82 points, something like that. It'd be interesting. So Vic Beasley, 93-point offer. Miles Jack would be sick, obviously, but I just can't. I can't really do it. Matt Ioannidis, is he really good in real life? I feel like I should offer him 10 mil a year. Might have ourselves a nice little free agency period here, and of course the cap might be a little bit lower due to the fact that A, we have T.Y. Hilton playing near the end of his contract. Same with Levante. More importantly, though, we had, 3 draft picks, and a lot of them were projected pretty high. So let's go to the draft. Honestly, what do we even need anymore? Getting a guy like Miles Jack, we could trade off Levante. Like I said, he did drop 4 overalls. Did his dev drop 2? His dev is quick. 4 overalls, I mean, he's on his last legs here. Anthony Walker, what are you as a right outside linebacker, bud? I know technically we have to re-sign him, so this is bad timing to make this type of move. He's an 85. Okay, he's actually really good on the outside. Yeah, I mean, I think we did a good job here. We're looking sharp. I'm liking what I'm seeing. So let's start the draft. Jesus, get out of my face. So the Raiders still seem to be pretty bad. I'll do it straight up. Excuse me? Who the hell do you guys think you are? Nah, we're not interested. Yeah, now you are. Get out of here. Go on. Go on. They deserve that for trying to sleaze me. EJ Daniel, that was a good pick. So, I know it says late first, but this is where they're going to go. Who do we want, man? A 4.45. This guy looks better, if we're being legit. 26 reps. 24 reps. 4.5. Vert of 33. 43.9. I mean, it's not even a competition. Eric Edwards is better. And boy, was he. Superstar dev. 6 foot tall, 226 in the weight, good age, no ability to play corner, but he has the ability to be an insane safety. We just drafted like Malik Hooker 1.5, which is really good. I mean, in Madden terms, Malik Hooker 2.5, honestly. The dev difference is ridiculous. The superstar dev safety, boom, gone, super god. So with 19th pick, what do we want? Oh, if his strength was better, man, I know he's a little old too, but his potentials look great. Absolute greatness. God, could they fix this game? What the hell is this? A next year 4th they won't even take. Holy crap. I'm basically losing. Like a 5th round this for a 4th next. Please draft some scrub. Damn it. Bankston's my guy. He's a late 2nd with a late 1st talent grade. Normal dev, but he's worth it. He's going to probably play tackle, and then we're going to move the smallest tackle we have inside. We do have an option to still trade up. It depends if there's anything valuable there, though. Take a look at the quick draft recap. We ended up with the 12th pick, Eric Edwards. We also gained a 1st round next year, which is a nice play. 4K XP. He only needs 4K XP to get an upgrade. That's literally every week he does practice, he's going to upgrade, basically. Bankston, not quite the same. Let's just say it that way. Put it that way. So Randall Crisp, I was debating on maybe drafting him, but number 1 overall, insane. Great player, totally worth the pick. DeMarco Hicks, another debate. Star Dev, very good. A little bit slower than the normal types we see from that build. Beal's not bad. Marshall Farrell, wide receiver, tall as hell. He's actually really good because he's 88 across the board. Great jumping, great spec. They definitely built this guy. I mean, even with the traits, they built this guy to be a god. I mean, if you develop him proper, that guy's great. Jaleel Veal, what a name. A legend in the making. Quick Dev's a little rough, but with the name, he's a god. DeJuan Clark, please, Green Bay, do it. So Matt Reyes, or Reyes, Star Dev, not as good, but once again, a really good player as well. Not nearly as good, like I said, but man, what a tandem it would be if we actually needed another safety, because I could have easily taken him as well. We had the pick, but we just didn't do it. So, of course, Will Fuller is on the team now. T.Y. Hilton will be traded. A.J. Brown, I believe, no, he doesn't have any upgrades. All right, so A.J. Brown isn't really as great as I thought, but he's still good enough for a guy, 87 overall T.Y. Hilton to be traded. I'm surprised he regressed so hard, if we're being honest, because he had easily the best season of any of the players on our team for wide receivers. Going to move Dawkins into guard spot, I think. He's technically the smallest. So we still need a pass rusher. We still technically need a corner, not guaranteed need. It would be sick to keep Levante David, but it doesn't make sense. We have Walker, who's really good too. T.Y. Hilton, Levante David, and a 4th-round pick for DeForest Buckner. This is quite the defensive line. So this is the team. We do have to probably sign a couple of backups. We'll sign a few, I suppose. This, usually is the final season we go for. We usually go about 3 seasons, maybe 4. I think it comes down to how close we get. I want to finish this Colts rebuild with at least 1 trip to the Super Bowl. So if we can do that, I think that would be a happy ending point for me. But, I mean, let's get on to it. I mean, we should easily get a very similar season to last year. So here we go. We have some re-signings. A guy like Malik Hooker with Star Dev. Anthony Walker, a little overpaid, but he is a good piece. He was totally worth just starting and just letting him work it out. A little expensive, like I said, but we'll give him the contract. Malik Hooker is going to get a nice 6-year deal. He's long-term. I don't know if we can really afford all these players. Sooner or later, I think a guy like Ed Oliver, and Nick Bosa, whenever you have to pay those guys, maybe even A.J. Brown, I think that's when it's going to get a little too pricey. Deion Dawkins, he's 26. I think that's one you have to wait on. Quincy Wilson, same deal. But, I mean, we re-signed the guys that are kind of the expensive ones. Here we go, please. Back-to-back years. Come on. What? Oh, my. 9-7. 3rd in the division at 9-7. How do you go from 12-3-1 to 9-7 after having a better team? I don't understand. How do you even beat us? Oh, we lose the last 2 games. Okay, good job. 10-11-5 it could have been, but no, of course not. Phillip Rivers is the MVP. Oh, my Lord. Do I even want to play another season now? Too many picks from Andrew Luck. Zeke was still great. Sterling Shepard went right off. A.J. Brown did pretty well. I don't know if his dev would be good, though. Start out. Okay, I mean, I guess touchdowns matter, too. Will Fuller's definitely bad dev. Yeah, normal dev. That's all right, though. Eric Ebron, what's his dev? Normal. Sterling Shepard, that's got to be a star, right? Star dev. Okay, I mean, okay. I see you. I see Anthony Walker with a very good sack total. Went up a star. All right, I mean, I like it. It's worth the money. Ed Oliver, he's got to be superstar still, right? He's a freak. He is. Nick Bosa, on the other hand, I guarantee did not go down. Actually, I think it's after year 2, that's when they can go down for being bad. You little naughty boy. To be fair, Anthony Walker did really well. Eric Edwards, probably defensive rookie of the year. That's really good numbers. What is Trevor Williams? He always goes to a decent overall, even though his dev kind of sucks usually. Trevor Williams is normal dev. It might have dropped down, though, from that season. We didn't make the playoffs, but we're still going to take a look at the awards, because I'd say we were rather close. Like, we had to be very close to something. Anthony Walker was Defensive Player of the Year. Defensive Rookie of the Year, of course, Edwards. No question about it. Zeke was number 2 on Offensive Rookie of the Year, or Offensive Player of the Year awards. Or running back, anyways. Anthony Walker basically swept all awards that he could pretty much participate in. How many upgrade points did he get? Obviously, his dev went up. Not a whole lot, but he's one of our better linebackers now, which is kind of stupid to say since everyone's good on this linebacker core. I'm going to let the AI deal with the upgrades, and I don't know. I mean, I guess we'll do one more season. I'm really disappointed, but yeah, what overall are we now? 94. We had a good enough season to become a 94 overall team, but yet, no. I don't even know, man. A.J. Brown, 90 overall. Didn't really upgrade too much in the speed category. Terrible deep route. AI just loves to ruin it. Let's see Anthony Walker's stats now. Kind of a steal after all. Paid him about $10 million a year for 4 years, I think. Was it a 6-year? 5-year? 4-year? It was a 4-year. Nick Bosa. What's his... I mean, he did not play well last 2 years at all. And Oliver obviously did. He's a 99 overall, and because he's moved to right end instead of DT, he's going to be possibly the greatest defensive player in the league. Finesse and power move are terrible. So I'm going to have to start user upgrading him because EA trying to make a damn run stopper even though he's already maxed. Chicago versus LA. Is this a dynasty? It's not. The Chargers win. Did the Chargers win one, actually? They might have been a dynasty. I don't know. Oh, Kenny Moore. What dev are you, buddy? Quick dev. All right. I mean, I like what I see here. I mean, to be fair, if a guy like Kenny Moore is a good overall, kind of makes me think maybe we're not doing well because every team is God tier. How much money do we have? I don't think Deion Dawkins is getting a contract. Deion Dawkins, quick dev. I mean, we don't have a whole lot of money here. I think I'm just going to let him walk in. Hopefully, I think I kept our own draft pick. Would it mean we missed the playoffs? All right, it's fair enough. 21 mil to work with. We need a lineman. Is there one in here? McCaffrey, Dalvin, Cook. Some really good running backs. Any O-line at all? Trent Williams is a guy. Definitely not a girl. I don't know what that's supposed to mean, you sexist. I mean, what? Taylor Moton. I want a lineman, but I'm not paying that kind of money. Okay, so Deion Dawkins is apparently the greatest lineman in the class. You're telling me you're not going to spend that money on someone else? Really? I really don't want to restart on a lineman. I absolutely hate drafting linemen this year. Like, in Madden, like last Madden, it was sick. It was like the easiest thing in the world. You just go into a class and accidentally land like the best lineman of all time. Damn, he wants like $10 million a year. It's not worth it. He's too expensive. You overpriced. You overpriced Bud Bodine with a huge, terrible drop-off. Yikes. Lamb, 4-year deal for Moton is... What's his dev? It's a normal dev. Damn it, man. What the hell do I do? I think we're just going to have to draft a guy. We need, once again, of course, offensive lineman. The rest of the offense is fine. Defense, we could use a corner, but Kenny Moore is good. We really just need a number 3 now. This team is sick. All we need is basically a lineman and then like a second-round corner. So we have pick 18. What is our other draft picks? Did we keep our own? I can't remember. Pick 1 and 18. I was like, I thought we were going to have a better pick than that, and we did. So the Lions won our pick. The Miami Dolphins won our pick. So the Lions can get my pick. It's actually been like 3 days since I recorded the rest of it, or like since I recorded the last part. So, yeah, where the hell is the team, Lions? For some reason I was trying to make a trade with the Colts, which... Believe it or not super doable. 89 overall Kenny Golladay. I tried to trade for him like a couple seasons ago. He only went up like a 0 overall. He went up like 5 overalls in like 3 seasons. So, yeah, that's what you guys get for being greedy, I suppose. Speaking of being greedy, give me all your stuff. Thank you, boy. Probably could have done that one pick below. Let's see what they get. They get a bust. And yes, it is a bust. If you make all that to trade up to number 1 to get a middle linebacker that isn't very good, it's a bust automatically. Like, the only way that's not a bust is if he's really insane, which he wasn't. There's actually a lot of linemen here. Getting some extra first roundage to Seattle. However, the Redskins seem like they'd be a worse team. A lot of great linemen, and they do all end up going. I'm just going to take best available. Another lineman went, really. Game all about them linemen. So the corner we wanted is gone. This guy's very good, actually. What's our cornerback situation like? Any fellas looking to play, or safety situation? Any fellas looking to play some corner? Not a chance. Eric Edwards is apparently willing. So I will be taking this safety, I think. Ray Pinion looks amazing. And even though with quick dev, he is, I would say. So a little interesting, though. He's kind of like a corner himself. But he's a good safety. Happy with the pick. Can we fill the offensive lineman spot, though? Probably not, right? Let's just assume. Rashard Peak. He looks good, but 24 years of age, undersized, slow as hell. Yeah, he's so close. Just so close. Couldn't get the job done. So let's see who we missed out on. We obviously had the number 1 overall pick. So basically the best player in the draft we missed out on in, technical terms. But let's see. Did we miss out on any like crazy good linemen? I suppose it would be a good one. Like anyone near the middle of the first round that we missed? Obviously, we took Ray Pinion, who was pretty good. He's a good starter. Doesn't compare to the guy, Eric Edwards. George Adams. Okay, well, he's 24, though. If he wasn't 24, I'd say, I like it, but 24 is rough. It was better than we thought, though. I'll say that. Nick Kennard, who was going to be the corner we were going to take. Kind of undersized, fast, average dev, good player. Tucker Cascaden, glad he's quick dev because I was going to go with him. That was really the only option. It was him, corner, or just trading down, and that's obviously we took the trade down. Not a great lineman. Good overall, though. Here we go. Turner Balmer. This was one of the linemen I was looking at, too. Definitely worth the pick. JT Roan. He's okay. Alexander Bowman. Not great at all, but good coverage, I suppose. Perry Clark. No, maybe this was the guy. I can't remember which one it was. But that guy was good. I think it was that guy because he was very fast. I really don't remember, to be honest. Gadsden. I didn't even look at his stats. I literally just pulled an idiot. I want to see that tight end. Was he right below? He was. It's always the Cowboys. They always land the super crazy tight ends. He wasn't as insane, but still really good. Not as insane as some of the ones we've seen, but still pretty solid. Left tackle, pick. Wow, pick 17. It's ironic because I don't know if we had him scouted. If we did, we would have ended up drafting him. Obviously, if we didn't, we wouldn't have. But one pick before us, that really blows. What about this safety? Nope. Peak was quick dev. He's a good overall, and he's actually quite a bit faster than we expected. But yeah, I don't know. If he slipped to the second, it'd be worth the pick. But mid first, don't think it's worth that. Like he's gonna have to bulk up or something. I don't even know. But obviously, we still have a couple of needs. We took no linemen, so we're going to need to fill that position. But that's a bit easier to fill than a corner, technically. And technically, we did fill the position. So Eric Edwards is going to play corner. Probably become our new number 2. Actually, now, will he play corner? Let's actually take a look at what this safety is at corner, because he did have better man than zone. I think if he can go to like a 77, because we didn't really need a starting corner in the first place. Go to like a 77. I'll take the league's first white corner in like the last 30 years or something. 76 over. I ain't mad. Zach Martin straight up. It's a little high, but I don't care. We have plenty of draft picks to work with. I'll keep the rest anyways. Another question is, who are we going to have to re-sign? Obviously, like I said, we're not going to do another season here unless it's reload. But I've always been one to try and finish it out the right way. Try and at least re-sign the players we would expect to re-sign. This could be a big one, actually. So is this a Darius Leonard we're seeing here? It's a guy that usually goes to free agency. So we're not really seeing crazy names, but a tackle like what is his name? Braden Smith, yeah. I almost called him Bradley. I knew it was Braden. I just wanted to make sure. Good signing. Quentin Nelson, of course, automatically gets the deal. He's ridiculous. Darius Leonard, for whatever reason, I usually see the AI drop him. I don't see it. I don't see why you would. He's not really a good coverage guy, in fairness, but yeah, I'm going to re-sign him. Seems pretty obvious there. Andrew Luck is 31. He wants a 3-year, $74 million deal. He hasn't really been performing up to those standards. He's only quick dev. This would be an after the season for me, because we do have some good draft picks. We can turn those all into the number 1 pick and take the best QB if we wanted to. 6-2, that's not bad. And okay, 12-4 somehow isn't good enough for a freaking bye week. How good was the AFC? The Browns and the Chargers, top 2 teams. Of course, we had to lose the last game. You idiots, man. It's so rare for us to win a Super Bowl through a wild card. At least that's the way I've seen it, but maybe you guys have more stats on it. Andrew Luck, 35 touchdowns, 8 picks, 3,900 yards. He heard my remarks, and he wants his money. Zeke, 1,600 yards, 14 TDs. I wonder how close he was to MVP. Will Fuller, he was normal dev, right? It's quick dev now, I'll tell you what. Sterling Shepard, A.J. Brown, probably normal dev by now. This team just doesn't like to run the numbers up, I suppose. Buckner with 10.5 sacks. 8 from Bosa. Just an absolutely disappointing D-line. This is probably a dev down, right? Yep, dev down for him. Embarrassing stuff in the defense. Ooh, Ray Pinion. Ray Pinion might have went up in dev, actually. That's pretty impressive from the number 3 corner spot. I mean, I ain't mad about it. Dustin Hopkins was embarrassing. Let's take a look at the awards real quick. Anything crazy? Zeke, number 4. We figured he'd be a little bit higher, but that's what we're dealing with. Miles Jack, Defensive Player of the Year. Almost best QB, best running back, best O-line. And that's it. A lot of Steelers awards that I'm seeing. They weren't even a top 3, so a little shocking there. Let's use our XP and then see what we can do. So what is our overall? We were 92 to start the season. We're 95 to their 85. We're 10 overalls up on them. I can't wait to see what the Texans do in the divisional round. It's going to be fun. End of game. Here we go. It's probably our only home game, too. Even, I mean, obviously we have to win out, but assuming we move on to the next rounds, I don't think we'll see this stadium again. 14 to 10 is a half. We were down by 3. Defense doing okay, holding to 3. We are up by 1. Defense does a great job again. Oh, we're like middle of the 4th. We're up by 2, and we're driving. And we choked that drive away. Only up 5. I love that score, man. Oh, Packers fans love that score. Field goal. This could be the end of the game, and it's a pick. Defense clutches the game up completely. They do score a last-second touchdown, but it doesn't matter. 41 to 33. Defense really bailed the offense out. How many picks did you throw, Luck? None, but Deshaun, however, did throw 3. You actually underperformed a QB through 3 interceptions. Andrew Luck is interesting. I know Zeke did have 3 touchdowns, and then some other dude had a touchdown or backup, but still, it's an unfair argument. Wow, that could be one of the best performances. I mean, not really best performances, but definitely the most catches I've ever seen an AI get in Sim in the playoffs specifically. J.J. Watt did very well, proving Ed Oliver's not that primetime guy yet. Almost the entire offense, or the entire pass rush. What is it? Am I stupid? The entire coverage linebacker squad almost got a pick. Trevor Williams with a pick. And yeah. So Andrew Luck, probably the only guy underperforming so far right now. Maybe the defense, the pass rush a little bit, but actually I'll pass rush a lot. We really haven't gotten anything. Yeah, Andrew Luck and the pass rush. You got to get it going. Who's it going to be against? It's going to be the Browns, right? Just feel it. Yep, the Browns. Nice. So the Browns are an 87 overall. 2 overalls better. We are still up on them by 8, so can't wait to see what they do in the championship. Uh-oh, snow game. That's why it's important to get that home field, even though we have the same record as them. 16 to 7, and we're in the 4th quarter, and it's not looking good. Got to stop them here, folks. They do stop them, so they keep the game going. There you go, Andrew. Show them who the luck is. You don't need luck. God damn it, you suck. Yeah, the defense did very well this game. I mean, what else do you want from your team? I know they choked it on that drive, but you hold the team to 19 points, you expect to win the game. If you're a good team, no matter what type of team you are, you expect to win the game if you hold the other team to 19. I know on the other side, they're like, oh, you hold them to 7, you're expecting to win. Yeah, but if you hold the 19, that's enough to do the job. Not to mention, your 7 points might be the reason they have 19 points, you know? Bad offense. Maybe even a pick 6 for all we know. I don't trust Andrew Luck. Do you? He probably hides knives in his beard. I don't know. But here's the actual comparison. So Andrew Luck, just absolutely atrocious in Sim. I don't know what the hell is wrong with EA, but they absolutely don't like him. If it was EA's choice, they'd wish his ACL just ripped right off. You know? I don't even know if that's even a thing, you know? But Olivier, or Oliver, I don't know why I said Olivier. Oliver with 3 sacks. However, you see Ogba and Garrett combined for 5. It's great. Great news. Joe Schobert, you threw a pick to a white guy, and then Hopkins misses a kick. Oh, my Lord. This team is a nightmare. Let's see who wins the Super Bowl and get the hell out of this world, because, Jesus, I can't handle Sim anymore. It's annoying. We have 8 overalls on them, and yet they're that much better than us. They locked us down and spanked us. So hopefully the Browns are in the Super Bowl, because I want them to die to the Rams, who we see all the time. I hate this matchup. It's killing me. Please, Rams, win the game. They do win the game. I don't know if that means they're a dynasty, how many Super Bowls they've won. I forget, but I will say we built a pretty good team. 95 overall. It was 4 seasons. It was a fantasy, but we didn't really trade for a whole lot of guys. You know, A.J. Brown, we drafted, like, pick 22? Will Fuller was a free agent. We traded for Elliott, obviously. We drafted Luck. Colts drafted Luck. Him, and him were already on the team or drafted. Zach Martin obviously didn't really improve much. Ebron already on the team. Edwards was drafted. Malik was already on the team. Walker was on the team. Leonard was drafted / on the team. You know what I mean? Free agent. Drafted. Trade. Free. Draft. Trade. And then, you know, the majority of the team was already had. Like 80-85% of the team was already here. Drafted, or a tiny bit of them were free agents. So obviously, I count free agents as trades. So like 80%, I'd say. 80-85% already on the team or drafted. So that's a pretty impressive number to still build quite a bit of a team. But yeah, I mean, hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you guys have any suggestions for something like this in the future, let me know. Leave a like if you did enjoy. Subscribe if you are new. Hit the bell if you're already a part of the team. And you just want to not miss a beat from the uploads. I appreciate every one of you guys. Hope you guys come back for next video. But until next video, see ya! If you're looking for more of me, take a look at these social medias. And also take a little bit of a look at our Red Dead Redemption 2 series on my second channel, PKer Plays. What? Hey! There's no need for that. Oh. That's a hanging guy. Hello, hanging guy. Do you want a kiss? Is he serious? What is he doing?